welcome to Catching Up with Claudia. Now, ojalá que se puedan quedar hasta el final para que puedan escuchar lo que va a compartir mi invitada o mi invitado. Así es que no se les olvide también de seguirnos por las redes sociales. Estamos en todas las plataformas. Hasta luego. Hola, hola, ¿cómo están todos? This is Claudia, Catching Up with Claudia, la super comadre of RadioCrystalUSA.com. Welcome back. I'm super excited to be here with you and to share, because that's what my platform is all about. Catching up with me and then what's going on in my life, because, you know, I'm always out there connecting, collaborating, communicating with, and being out there, because, you know, it's all about bringing folks on, because when I see someone out there doing something that is supporting others or has a talent, a passion, a love, a resource to share, well, I'm going to bring them here because I want you to catch up with them as well. All right. So welcome back. So a little bit about, you know, what I've been doing since the last time we were together. Well, comadre Liliana, I know I have some pictures back there. I don't know if you had a chance, but I wanted to say thank you to an amazing individual, Chief Sam Peña. Chief Sam Peña is an amazing person who was leading the Houston Fire Department, has led it for many years. And of course, you know, when you have new leadership, changes happen. And, you know, he's moving on to other things, but there was a big send-off, as we do have a new fire chief being inducted, I believe, tomorrow morning. But we had a chance to connect and to send off our chief with a great convivio at Willie G's yesterday. And we had a chance to go out there and say, thank you for everything you've done. Thank you for standing, for being steadfast and making sure that whatever happened here in Houston, we had big things happening here, storms and what have you. He was always there to make sure that Houston was okay, that we had firefighters out there, HFD, everyone just being ready, whether it was a hurricane, whether it was COVID, whether anything that happened. And even when we had great, I'm moving things around because my computer's about to die. Okay, here we go. And when we had celebrations, we've had huge things happen here in Houston, celebrations, sporting events. We've even had times when we saw the city respond to the George Floyd, you know, the killing of the young man, right, unjustly. And, you know, he was making sure that he was out there with our Houston chief of police at that time to make sure that the city of Houston was safe. So thank you, Chief Sam Peña, for all of the work, dedication, putting yourself out there, stepping into the arena, leading Houston's fire department. Gracias por todo lo que has hecho por nosotros. And he said yesterday, you haven't seen the end of me. There's going to be more. So he's going to make sure that he continues to lead in other ways. All right. Happy back to school. Moving on, because school is in session. Make sure that you watch all the escuincles running around there, getting off the bus, getting out of cars. Watch your school zones, because you got to make sure that the little ones are okay as they're getting in and out of their vehicles, getting into the school and crossing the streets, going home, riding their bikes. Got to make sure that we're okay as we're going around there, because we got to make sure our kids are okay and they get home and get to school safely. So I want to give a big shout out to my own girls. I have my own little girls that have started their second year in high school. I cannot believe it. They're 15 and 16. And I am so proud of them. And they started their second year at the high school for the performing and visual arts. And last year was a rough year, but they're back. And we took pictures on the way to school. And here they are. Actually, this is a picture of us at an event last year during their first year at HSPVA. And we were in the VIP section thanks to one of our sponsors, Cookie Face Cosmetics, who's going to be coming on soon, and she's going to share what's going on with Cookie Face Cosmetics. But here we are. This is and then what another person that's very special in my life. He's right here in the picture too, and he went with us to an event that Cookie Face invited us to. And I'll give more information about that. But yeah, so my girls are back in school. All of our kids are back in school. And I just want to send a big shout out, light, love, lots of patience. For all the teachers that are out there doing the good work of teaching our kids. And I want to send also extra love and light to the Houston ISD School District, who they have gone through so many changes. They have lost so many teachers. And I know that there are things that need to be changed. I personally don't agree, and that has something to do with the radio station. That's all about La Super Comadre Claudia. But, I just want for those teachers that are still there to do what is right for children. And parents like myself, we will do what we can to make sure that you can continue doing what is right for students in the classroom. So I commend all of my teacher friends, all of my guerrera educadoras that are out there, working, taking care of those kids, teaching them, leading them, guiding them, and getting them ready for whatever they're going to do in life. All right. So I just wanted to share what's going on with me catching up with Claudia. So I want to know what's going on with my super comadre Liliana, who is the amazing woman behind RadioCrystalUSA.com. Come on aboard. I want to see you. I want to see.
Hey, comadre, ¿cómo estás? How are you? They say boo.
I'm doing great. How are you? I want to catch up with you. What's new? What's going on? What can you share with
What's new? Well, what the best part
us?
of my life?
Is
I am going to become a grandma. And
congratulations.
it's a boy.
Oh, yes.
And it's going to be my Christmas and my birthday gift
Oh
this year.
my gosh,
And I'm so
congratulations.
happy and I want to scream and say it to the world. I'm going to be a grandma.
I
And
can't believe it.
sending kisses to my oldest son who is
Uh-huh.
serving our nation.
Yes.
And I'm so happy, so proud of him. And of course, of my other two kids. But when they tell you you're going to be a grandma, you just want to jump and
Oh my
tell everyone.
gosh. Oh my gosh. You know,
that's that's the highlight of
that's
my
your
life right now
highlight of your life. Girl, it's going to be the highlight, I think, for the rest of your life.
for the rest of my life.
I always see grandparents. I've even seen it with my own parents. And when they are with their grandchild, it's such a different, I
Yeah,
guess, feel, thing, experience. Because I even, I even heard, when you become a grandparent and you're with your grandchild, it's a whole different world and experience and connection that us
that
kids, their own kids were like, wait a minute, did you treat us like that too? But it's
no.
different. It's different. It's different, you
But
know.
it's I'm so extremely happy.
Yeah.
And school started, well, for
Oh,
us, for teachers,
right.
last
Yeah.
Thursday. And I'm so excited to meet my new students this coming Monday. And I also want the best for every teacher,
Yeah.
the best for every student and parent who's going through a lot of things right now,
Yeah.
and who are going through a lot of things right now.
Hmm.
And I want everyone to start with the right foot and
Yeah.
on everything.
And
Um,
just a reminder, you reminded me of something super important for back to school. That even though the kids are going back to school, we need to stop and remember. And I was reminded today by my own daughter, that they go through their own stresses.
mhm.
We need to be. I need to be patient. We all need to be patient. That they may have a little bit more stresses than usual. Maybe they'll change their eating patterns for a bit, or their sleeping patterns, or maybe they'll get a little bit more quieter, or maybe they get a little bit more excited. And then another thing too, for those first timers, the ones that are
I get those.
beginning, you get those
Okay,
little
I
ones.
get those, and it's beautiful to see them
Uh-huh.
so excited. Of course, we always have
Yeah,
a low percentage of the ones who cry
that
for
cry.
2 weeks, but
Yeah,
it's okay, and it's okay.
yeah,
Actually, I order a t-shirt, and I'm gonna share it.
yeah.
It says it's okay to feel all the feelings,
Oh my God, I love it. I love
and
it. When you went for the parents too, it's okay to be sad
it's
too, mom and
okay.
dad.
Yeah.
Because I remember,
Yeah.
having to support parents who were crying outside of the classroom.
Yes.
I was one. I was
And
one of them too.
and I remember last year, we had a student and
Uh-huh.
whose parents could not go with her on the first
Mm,
day of school,
yeah.
and her grandparents were there, and
Oh,
I felt so happy for her because she
yeah.
had that support from them.
Yeah, yeah, it's super important, and with the work that I do with brain builders, that's one of the things we talk about and we
Exactly.
share with the
Tell us
moms.
about it, comadre,
Oh
and
my
I'll be right
gosh.
behind the scenes. Okay.
Yes. So a little message from on behalf of Brain Builders, which is the work that I do. So catching up with Claudia, that's something else I do is building out this amazing program that supports families, gives them consejos, some strategies, something that they can take and learn and use within their families. And one of the topics that we talk about is developing language. We also talk about creating a strong and healthy attachment. And moms and dads or grandmas, abuelitos, tios, whoever's taking the little ones to school and it's their first days or their first weeks, it's okay that they hold on to your leg and they cry and they don't want to go in. It's okay for them to feel a little scared, and maybe their sleeping patterns will change. Maybe they're going to want to need more cuddles or hugs or kisses, or maybe they're going to get a little bit more excited and have maybe more tantrums. Because think about it, these little ones have been with you, and then all of a sudden there was someone that's a stranger, and they're at a school and it's new for them. It's a building, a new room with a bunch of other people they don't know. So put yourself in a 4-year-old's world or a 3-year-old, right? Who's going to school for the first time. And if they sometimes they're going to need a little bit more hugs at night, a little bit more cuddles, more high fives, or more time just playing with them. So, because it's a scary time for some kids transitioning. And again, like Liliana said, you're going to have those kids that are going to walk into the classroom and no problem, right? And good for them. But it's like she said, it's okay to feel all the feels. And that also applies for the moms and dads and the abuelitos that take the little ones for the first time. If you feel that uneasiness, that's okay. That's normal. That's part of it, because you're taking your little one to be with some new people for the first time. So it's all right to feel all the feels. I'm going to want a t-shirt too that says that, Liliana. So, all right. So I am super excited to now bring on my first guest, who is coming back because she's been on here before. And now I want to catch up with her, and I want you to listen in so you can catch up with my guest, Desiree Klaus of Let's Vominos. Come on down. She's going to share a little. There she is. Woo!
Hi, how are you?
Welcome.
Thank you so much, Claudia. I'm so honored to be on here to catch up with you because I love it. I just love everything that you do, and I'm here for it. So thank you so much for inviting me to come on to talk and catch up with you.
Yes, so let's catch up. I feel like we need to have some coffee or tea or a
Yeah,
margarita or
I
something.
know. Well, if I have coffee, I'm gonna stay up all night. But then if I have a drink, then I'm gonna fall asleep, and I can't do that. So it's like, do we drink some water, I guess.
I know what you mean. And then if I drink some water, I gotta run to the bathroom
Yes, yes.
because I'm now in that cincuentañera era and my body is changing.
Yes.
And I go from hot flash to like, oh, I drink a little bit of water and boom, I gotta run to the bathroom, and I'm
Yeah.
like,
Well, I'm glad you're going through it before me so I can get all the tips.
I will catch you up when it's time
Yes.
for you. So
I got a ways. I have a
yes,
ways.
hey, you got a long way. So enjoy that journey. And you know what? I'm even
Yes.
trying to embrace this new journey and as best as I can with my fan, with my Men Awake, which is the product that one of my sponsors has given me to try to keep my hot flashes at bay. But you know what? I'm going to keep charging forward, and I'm super excited to continue charging forward with you
Yes,
with this
ma'am.
event. So share about your upcoming event. Catch up. Let's catch up.
Yeah, so if those that don't know, this is now my third year, but the last 2 years, I have been celebrating National Latina Day in Houston with an event called Las Mera Meras Fest, or you can find us on Instagram at Latina Day HTX. And it's been so amazing to finally get to this point. It is this weekend, so August 17th through the 18th. And we are super excited because this is a 2-day event this year. The last 2 years, it was just a 1-day event. And I'm mostly excited and grateful also because this year we have so many more collaborators, exhibitors, vendors, supporters, sponsors, you name it. Oh man, it's just been amazing. And this is just our 3rd year in, and so I'm like, wow, like it is that year that's gonna, I think, definitely help us continue on for hopefully for a really long time. But for those that don't know, there is National Latina Day. It's always August 20th.
Okay.
And this year we're celebrating a little bit earlier because August 20th is on a Tuesday, and with school starting and all those things, it's kind of hard to do things on Tuesdays. So we figured, okay, let's do it the weekend before. And for those that are listening in, 3 years ago, there were no events celebrating National Latina Day in Houston. None whatsoever. And I actually got the inspiration because I saw our wonderful neighboring city, Austin. Some of y'all know Austin. And they were doing some things out there, and I said, this is awesome. I was like, where's my event to go to here in Houston?
Wait. We didn't have anything here in Houston 3 years ago?
3 years ago, there was no event celebrating National Latina Day.
Wow. I thought I was just like too busy, I don't know, with my kids. And I didn't have time to look up and go to this.
And
I'm like, how
Googled,
can we not?
I Googled it. I searched Houston events for Latina Day, and there wasn't anything. And so I was like, and mostly a lot of people were just unaware, especially the community was unaware that we had a National Latina Day.
Yeah.
So, and the reason why Austin knew about it kind of firsthand per se is because the founder of National Latina Day is from Austin, Texas.
Okay.
And so she was kind of the engine there to help them kind of get it going. But it's been going on since 2015, I believe.
Okay.
And it's been around for a while. And so now our 3rd annual, we're celebrating Latinas. Obviously, you don't have to be Latina to come and celebrate with us.
Yes.
Come support our community. Come support the amazing Latina entrepreneurs. And then day one, we'll have 3 amazing speakers in our community. Will be Dr. Carmen Landrau. She is a Latina cardiologist. So I think it's super important to talk about women's health and especially talk about heart health.
Yes.
It's super important. And then we'll also have Elba Trevino, who is a motivational coach, mentor. She does amazing things here in the community with the city as well. And she's going to be talking about, growing ourselves and making sure we grow in our inner self. And then we also have Catherine Pedraza, who is a money mindset coach. Her business is called Latina Millionaires Club. So she wants to help us become millionaires.
Yes.
Which I'm all for it.
Me too. I'm down.
Yeah. And I know her that she's helped some amigas personally grow in their money mindset. So she's going to be chatting with us. And then we're going to have great exhibitors there, such as Brain Builders. I know you're going to be there.
Thank you. I'm super excited to be part of this year.
And we're going to have Jolt Initiative. We're going to have Latin Restaurants Week. We're going to have Latino Entrepreneurs Week, which people don't know about. It's something new that's been happening here in Houston. And then we're also going to have some wonderful vendors per se. So Las Ofrendas is actually out in the Austin area, and she's coming to Houston to join and celebrate with us.
Beautiful.
And she's part of the LGBTQ community, and so she's going to share her platform. And then we'll have Bloom Gardenias and then Vow Empowerment, and they both do some amazing things as well. So we got a lot going on day one, but it's all about health, self, and wealth. And there's going to be there's going to be light bites, drinks. We still have some tickets available.
Okay.
And as of right now, if you go to our website, we are doing a buy one, get one free.
Okay,
So
you got a, is that a BOGO?
yeah, it's a BOGO.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I
And
think I
so
have a
if you
little
go to,
picture of you holding up the BOGO sign.
I think so. Yes. Yes. There
Right
it is.
there. Okay.
So right today, as
Okay.
this moment, we are having it. It's active right now. So
Okay.
you can go and get a buy one, get one free for our VIP tickets.
Okay.
And there's only limited quantities though. So you got to get them fast, get them fast while you can.
Yes. Yeah. And let me ask you this. So it's 2 days.
Mhm.
What if you have teen girls? You think it's something that's
Yeah.
open to
So I
teenagers,
think it would
12,
be
13? What do you think?
yeah, I'm thinking maybe 15 and up.
Okay.
You know, I think 15 and up would probably be age appropriate.
Okay.
There will be drinks there though as well. So, you know, we
Yeah.
don't want to be serving any
So
underage.
we'll give them the Kool-Aid. We'll give
Yeah,
them the
and
water.
underage.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the topics will be appropriate enough for anybody that's over the
Okay.
age of 15. I
And
think
what,
anything under might be a little over their head, or
yeah.
maybe
But 15,
two.
16 around
Yeah,
there. I'm thinking because I'm
yeah,
thinking of my own girls. And then where
yeah,
too?
yeah.
Where is a location so folks that are here in Houston that are listening and watching can get ready to drive out to this or Uber, or
Yeah.
however they're gonna get there? Where are they
Yeah.
going to?
So they're going to the Enchanted Dreams venue, which is on 12636 Briar Forest. It's in the Memorial area, I believe. I'm not. I think that's correct. Correct me if I'm
I-10,
wrong.
I-10
Yeah,
West,
I-10,
West.
Briar Forest and Derry Ashford, I believe.
Okay.
And it is a Latina owned and operated venue. So we're excited about that because we're all about supporting Latina owned businesses. Our mission is not just to have an event and celebrate us, but to also support those businesses that are you know, that have businesses that are trying to build as well.
Absolutely.
And so
I love this right
yeah.
here. You really have a great image. I'm thinking it was you that created this. I love
Yes,
how you it's really gives it like, this is what we're doing. We're about supporting each other. And I love the name Las Meras Meras. Talk a little bit about Las Meras Meras. What does that mean in English? And in, you know, so that way people, because I love that. I love that.
Yeah. No, I'm glad you asked, because we did post on our social media for those that don't really know what that is. As a Latina, I grew up hearing that term in my home, where my mom and dad would say, oh, she's la mera mera, you know, she's the one. And so I always just admired that saying. And as I was curating this event, we were trying to come up with some really cool ideas to bring in that cultural side. And so for Las Mera Meras, we decided, okay, this term is used to describe a woman who embodies excellence, who's a leader, and who has a status of some kind within her community or profession. So, comadre, you are la mera mera.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes.
Because you know, and that's the point. The point is that we are all la mera meras in our fields and in our community in our own right. Yeah. And those who feel like maybe they're not, maybe they just need that empowerment to do so.
A little push, a little feel, you know. And that's why I was thinking about the young girl, like the teens, like for them to see people that look like them, to come out and listen and partake and absorb and realize, oh, okay, she looks like me. She's a doctor, or she's a motivator, or she's making millions. You know, I want to learn. I too can have these high goals, and there's someone that looks at me that I can connect to and understand.
Yes, for sure. And that's important because, you know, me growing up in the community that I grew up in, I didn't have those role models. I never even thought, honestly, before I met Catherine Pedraza, the Latina Millionaires Club, I think about a year and a half ago, and I never even thought about being a millionaire, even though it was starting my business. And, you know, I'm so proud to be like, okay, now I really probably should be thinking like that, right? I should be surrounding myself with these people or women that are thinking bigger and dreaming bigger. And so we're glad to be able to put them on a platform and a stage. And you know, as much as I love Let's Vamonos and everything that I do, it's not just about me. I am surrounded by amazing women, and it takes a really, sometimes a long time to find your people, right? To find your community.
It does.
And, you know, I've been doing this for the last 4 years actively. And so I've been very blessed to be able to find my support in my community for those who want to join me in what I'm doing and also help me as well. So I've been really blessed.
You have, and you have been using your talent and your connections and your creativity and your ability to collaborate and communicate to extend yourself to others, your ideas, and then mix it up and collaborate. And what else can we do? What you said about the Latina Payday, you're starting off with that, right? With Jolt?
Well, I haven't announced that yet.
Oh, okay. Let me segue. So I want to.
Jolt will be there. Jolt will be there at the event.
Okay. I wanted to share that I have a colleague who just recently, like maybe last Friday, we were having a little meeting online and catching up with brain builders. And she said, you know, I'm really thinking about, I think I deserve a raise. I go, well, yeah. She goes, but I don't know how to ask, and me da pena. I'm kind of like, I don't know if I should. And I remember hearing about that at the Power on Heels a long time ago when I first started coming into networking, maybe 2016, 2015, around there. And I remember hearing Yvette Mayo, who created Power on Heels, having a conversation and having a panel, and it inspired me. At that time, I'm like, "Ooh, I didn't think about asking." And they even gave like a little template of what you could use to go in there and ask for your raise, like know your worth, you know, present a case, you know, like these are the 3 reasons why I believe, you know, I deserve a raise, and to also do it in a way where you say where you don't come in there like, well, this is what I think, you know, but more like, you know, hey, I just want to let you know. I just blah, blah, blah. This is why, if you have the chance or if there's an ability for you guys to give out those raises, I would like to be considered for that because of this work or these goals that I've met, like real, you know, and I learned that I'm like, I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah. And so that's one of the reasons why we definitely want y'all to come to this event, because for many who don't know or don't, you know, there's a lot going on in our lives, right? There's so much stuff. But this year on August 17th is not just our celebration for National Latina Day, but it's also Latina Equal Pay Day. And so a lot of people don't know what that is. So if you've ever heard of it, and you're probably wondering, well, wait, wasn't it December last year or November or something like that? Yeah. Yes, it was. But this year it's August 17th because that's how many, it takes 12 months plus an additional 8 months for us to make the same amount as a white non-Latino counterpart. So that's how long it takes. So we're definitely going to be bringing more awareness to this, and I'll definitely be a part of that movement as well. And so I'm excited. So that's just another reason for us to come out to support this event, because there's just going to be a lot that's happening. Obviously, Jolt will be there, and they're going to have voter registration happening for any Latina women that don't know if they're registered or want to get registered.
I love it.
Or have questions. It's so important to be engaged with our community and to advocate. Hey, you know, my mom was an immigrant here, right? But she didn't know, even after she became a citizen, she didn't know the rules or what it was to vote. And she listened to people tell her lies, and not just her, but my dad too. So they thought that they had to have all these prerequisites and requirements, and it wasn't the truth. And so now it is not just her mission, but it's also been my mission to make sure us Latinas know all of our rights and know how important it is to speak up and to say, hey, okay, I might want to sign. I might want to vote this year. I don't know. You know, there might be that sense of feeling. We actually got my grandmother and my tia, my great aunt, before they passed. We got them registered. And they voted a couple years before they had passed, because they had never voted, and they were citizens. And, you know, at the end of the day, that was amazing that they got the opportunity to do so. And they got a chance to share their voice in some way.
Yes, Desiree, that is amazing. And see, this is why I love catching up with you with all of this, because you have that passion, you have that experience too, and you have those stories to share and one can sit here and say, what do you mean they didn't, you know, what do you mean they got lied to? Well, yeah. And this day and age, we still need you know, groups like Jolt to make sure that people know they have the right information. And, you know, and I've been creating my own little I brought back my hashtag Baila y Bota. But this time where I go on TikTok, and I did a bunch of TikToks, and I actually got paid for dancing in front of, you know, and promoting, either it was COVID as well as voting. I got to go back to my paycheck stubs to see how I made money last time making TikToks. And I want to make some more. I kickstarted it again. You know, and just so that everybody is listening and watching, my views and the views of my guests do not reflect those of the radio station, RadioCrystalUSA.com. Just want to say that. But I was reignited, re-energized, and I kicked off my hashtag Baila y Bota. But this time what I'm doing is I'm adding reminders to check your registration, go to certain websites to see if your registration is good, or you need to renew it or whatever, right? Or make sure that you vote. Make sure you vote on November 5th. Make sure you vote on early voting, because, you know, you have more chances or places to go and vote at. So I'm adding something to it this time, a little education piece, not just dancing and putting, because I get everybody's attention, like, oh, what's she doing? And I can tell you that I even had people on my DM during the other election who were like, you know what, I'm just going to vote blue because you convinced me with your dances. And so that made me dance more.
Oh, that's funny.
You know, I'm voting blue just because. And I'm like, hey.
And we've been super grateful. Jolt has been with us the last 2 years. Last year, I know, was a huge success for them. And a lot of people don't know that there is an expiration date on when you can register to vote. So
which is?
I don't know the exact date, so I can't tell you, but I know
October.
It's in October. Yes, I want to say it's October.
I think it's October 5th or October 15th. We got to get that information. And thank you for bringing this up, because we, as an online radio station and ability to communicate on platforms, we need to make sure that we disseminate that correct information so people are empowered to make their voice heard. Yeah.
So we're excited for them to come back again. And especially we know that this is a presidential election. So we're, you know, it's just about connecting with our community and making sure like they're informed, they're educated, and they have the opportunity to do so. Not everybody sometimes is like, oh, maybe I don't have time to go get that card to register, right? But hey, if you come to our event, which is just around the corner, you know, hey, you can do that. And then I don't want to forget as well, day 2 will be all about our Latina makers, which are going to be some amazing local Latina makers that are either make handmade items or also have businesses as well.
So you're going to have like a little marqueta, like a market, right? On day 2.
Okay. It'll be day 2, and it'll be a free event. So it's free to the community. You can come in, check it out, you know, buy from the vendors. That's what day 2 is all about, is supporting the local Latina vendor community, small business community, maker community, whatever you want to call them. They do all the things. And we're making it free to the community because that's what we've always done previously. But this year, the networking event is, there is a fee, but we're trying to also make it accessible to everybody as well. That's why we're doing the BOGOs and the sales and all that. We want y'all to come.
Yes, bring your comadre, bring the vecina, bring your daughters, your ahijadas, you know, come on out, because Las Meras Latina Day Fest is going to be an amazing place. And from what I'm watching behind the scenes, it's going to be a great place for women to come together, to support each other, to network, and to inspire, and to walk away with some type of education. And I love it. I love it. I cannot wait to be there. I'll be there sharing brain builders at my table.
Yes, we're excited.
I'll go back and shop the next day, because that's what this is about, is uplifting, supporting, connecting, collaborating. And that's it. You know, all we can do is go forward and support each other. Yeah.
And we hope that any woman that comes in feeling like maybe she's not a La Mera Mera leaves feeling like a La Mera Mera, because at the end of the day, we all are, and we all deserve to feel that sense of empowerment. And what better way to do so than to be around people that are in that mindset as well. Absolutely. And so we're excited. Yes. I'm excited. This has been a long time planning. Man, I've been planning since December last year, y'all. It sounds crazy, but it takes a year sometimes.
Yeah, it's like having a baby.
9 months.
Took all the time to make it, create it, connect it. And I thank you so much for coming and catching up and sharing with us what's going on with Desiree and this amazing event. Any final words, but don't leave after we finish, because we got to do a little group photo at the end. But final words, tell your audience what's going on this weekend. Where is it at? And go.
Yeah. So just as a reminder, y'all, please go follow Latina Day HTX, and you can get your tickets at letsvamonos.com to celebrate National Latina Day with us. You don't have to be Latina to come and celebrate with us, but you definitely have to bring all the great vibes. And again, it's August 17th through the 18th from 12 to 6 on both days at 12636 Briar Forest at Enchanted Dreams venue. Thank you. Let's Vamonos.
Woo! And we'll see you there. And now we're going to segue to, I want to call her a Mera Mera too. It's a woman that I have known since I was probably, I don't know, 15, 14, 13. And like Desiree, my guest, just said, you know, anyone can be a Mera Mera. That means that you are the one that knows it, that has it. You know, you have it. You have something, right? You got that knowledge. You got something to share. You got something to present. And sometimes you don't know what it is, but it's in there. And then all of a sudden it comes out and you create a product. And I want to bring on one of my show sponsors, the amazing Elle Graves Spencer. Where is she? Come on up.
I'm right here. I don't know what to say after that introduction. I mean, I am a La Mera Mera.
Yes, you are.
I feel empowered. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I've had you on before, and you are in my heart, and you have been there since I met you a while back when we were, not too long ago in high school. Yes.
Yeah.
And we were discovering the Mera Mera in ourselves back then. And you have discovered and created La Mera Mera. Well, out of your Mera Mera-ness, you created Cookie Face Cosmetics. So catch us up. What's new? What do you have going on with Cookie Face? I've been seeing you giving back to the community. I've seen you going and networking. I've seen you in the shopping networks. I've seen you. And thank you for the tickets. We had a chance to go to see Mon Laferte.
You're welcome. Yes.
We had a great time. Angel is going to come on next. My girls, thank you.
Yes.
Because I was there.
VIP all the way. Yes.
VIP?
Yes. 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 All the way.
With Cookie Face Cosmetics.
Okay, I'm going to take a deep breath because so much has happened with Cookie Face. Even when I'm sleeping, there's still all these wonderful, amazing things that are happening. So we have been in business for 3 years now, going on 4. And when I tell you, when I did my first podcast with you, my feet hit the ground and you just ignited a flame, and I have just been going nonstop since then. We have been in partnership with, and you mentioned the Home Shopping Network. We've been with them for 3 years now. I mean, they literally plucked us up out of obscurity and said, hey, come over here. We want to put your products on our Home Shopping Network, Shop LC. And they're an amazing company. Yes, Shop LC. My heart always just bleeds for them because they didn't have to take us under their wing. They had a program called the Catapults Initiative. And when I got picked for it, it literally took me a couple of years to realize they actually catapulted Cookie Face into the stratosphere. I mean, beyond the sun, the moon, and the stars. So they have just been in our, I mean, just in our, pushing us, supporting me, promoting us. So we've been with them, like I said, now for literally 3 years, August of 2021.
Yeah.
And they are based out of Austin, which is one of my favorite cities, which I know
Yes.
Desiree mentioned it earlier.
Yes.
And there's a vibe in Austin. There's just this vibe of, let's do it. Let's try it. What's the worst
Yes.
that can happen? And Shop LC
Absolutely.
has
Woo.
been one of the best things that could have happened to Cookie Face. So that's one thing that we've
That's
done,
just
being picked up
one.
by Home Shopping. Just one. Just one. I mean, they've gotten us in California. We've gotten customers in New York, Florida, South Colombia, South America. I mean, places that little Cookie Face Cosmetics, just starting out as a small little company, I probably never would have gotten there without the help of Shop LC. So I'm always going to lift them up and sing their praises. Always.
Well,
So
Shop LC realized that you were a meta, so
they realized it. I'm like, me? And they're like, yes, you. And I'm like, no. They're like, yeah. And here we are 3 years later. They're still hyping me up. And I'm still like, really? So, yeah, it's been amazing.
Yes.
And they give back. They give back. NHPO has been another amazing partnership. You guys have Ilsa and all the chair members of the board have just taken Cookie Face and just looked out for us and said, hey, come and sit at this table with us. And I'm like, really? Get over here. Everybody scoot down, make a space for Cookie Face. Every opportunity that I get, you guys are just there supporting me. And just when I start to think this was just luck, this was all just luck, here comes another opportunity with NHPO or Shop LC. It's been amazing. It's been absolutely amazing.
And then I remember hearing you say, hey, about this event, about me going and speaking. What do you think? I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can even tell me more. I'm like, yes, just say yes.
So I went and complete serendipity. And that's actually what I should call Cookie Face Cosmetics. Cookie Face Cosmetics Serendipity.
The Serendipity
I went to a trade show. That's what it should be called, because that's how it's all just happened. And so I went and did this trade show for Fort Bend. This little tiny trade show. And honestly, with Shop LC, I really didn't have to do the trade show, but something in my gut said, do the trade show. It's small, it's local. You need to build your brand locally because you're national, but you haven't really gotten to the local market. And as a result of doing that trade show, I met KP George, who is the presiding judge for Fort Bend County. And he had an initiative to promote small businesses. And he asked me at this trade show, what would you like to see in the community? And I think I was starstruck by him and I jabbered something off. Next thing you know, I get an email from his event coordinator saying, hey, we have a women's empowerment network for the city of Sugar Land. Would you like to join? And would you like to be a guest speaker? Me? Yes, you. La mera, you.
That's right.
Are you sure about this? Because at that time, I had only been doing Cookie Face for 2 years. Are you guys sure? And they're like, yeah, we're sure. So I went. I was the keynote speaker. They had this beautiful event space in Sugar Land. And they just rolled out the red carpet for Cookie Face. And so I actually was interviewed by the chairwoman for the Women's Empowerment Network for the city of Sugar Land. That catapulted me into another level. You see where I'm going with the networking? You see how this is all working out, serendipity?
Yes.
As a result of that initiative, the city of Sugar Land said, hey, you work so hard and you help build and promote the city of Sugar Land. Why don't you and some members of your company and friends and family, why don't you guys come and hang out with us at the Smart Financial Center whenever we have some tickets in the VIP suite?
And not just any seat, but Liliana, can you bring up that picture with my girls and I and Angel? and going
What?
into the VIP. I think we had a picture there earlier. I'm gonna
I saw it earlier.
Yes,
it's the Mercedes-Benz VIP suite.
Yes,
I'm thinking I'm going to have like some little seats off to the side, maybe up in the nosebleed section.
Oh,
no, my friend. They
Mm-mm.
got us in the VIP suites, all food, drinks. And I said, why are y'all doing this? Because you are a business owner.
Yes, and valet.
Valet parking as well.
I'm
and
like,
so I call this the season of manna, right? Because you work so hard and you're packing boxes and you're sweating and you're like, what am I doing this for? 3 years later, I'm chilling with my dearest friends and family at the Smart Financial Center. Are you kidding me? And so there it says VIP all the way. And so I'm almost kind of scared to say what's coming up next. Because there's just so many things.
It's okay. Even with fear, you have to face it with fear.
It feels good when you're riding up in that glass elevator and going to the skybox. It makes it a little bit more easier. And again, I asked them, why are you guys doing this? And again, they basically have, know what it takes to keep you going. You are a business owner. You're out there grinding. You're pushing yourself. You probably don't take time for yourself. Let us take time. Let us give you this as a gift.
Let's take
so I know you went. And they are pouring into Cookie Face. And there's so many other things I've got on my calendar for August alone. We've been invited to sit in the VIP section to see Kevin Hart. So I can only imagine where is that gonna end up? I mean, what are you talking about? We've also launched our eyelash line. So we updated the packaging. I met with my graphic designer. And so we are updating our packaging right now. And I'm driving him crazy because I think this is probably the 100th draft. And he was like, look.
You gotta get it right. And
I'm a perfectionist. I want it perfect. So he was like, I'm gonna do it. Okay, all right. Let's see what we can come up with. So we're revamping our eyelash line, and there's just I'm exhausted, but it's a great exhausted. It's an amazing exhausted. I would never have known. It's an amazing good tired, and I never would have known that this little company. When you saw me post my very first pop-up shop, 4th of July weekend, and you said, I didn't know you started a business. I was like, no, it's just a little, I don't even know.
And I'm like, oh my God.
You're like, get over here.
We're gonna talk, you're gonna share. And by the way, I'm gonna introduce you to El Ilsa. We're gonna get you a table. And here we are.
Here we are.
I'm excited to catch up with you today, and
Thank you.
I'm going to bring you on again over and over because this is going to continue growing and developing, and I'm excited to always wear your products. I got your Barbie pink lip gloss on today to match my shirt, which I'm going to segue into my final guest, and he's connected to you. I already heard Austin from Desiree, Austin from you, and this next guest is also connected to Austin. And he was in the picture because he had a chance to go with me, my boo, Angel Quesada, the artist. I'm going to bring him on next, but thank you so much, L. Grace Spencer, for catching up with us. But I'm going to bring you back because I'm going to always have to highlight you.
I'll be ready. I don't even know what's going to happen next, but I will be ready.
That's all we can be, is ready. Because you are a mera as well.
I am a mera. Thank you.
All right, so you sit tight too. Don't go anywhere because after we're done, we're gonna take a group picture. We're gonna look like the Brady.
All right.
Here. All right. I'll see you soon towards the end. Now I'm gonna round it out because we've had this next guest. He's been on before, and you know him. He's someone that's very special to me. But he's also an artist, and he has his own business, angelquesada.com. I want to bring on this amazing person. This artist who is behind the design that is on my shirt. So I don't know if we can bring him on, comadre. If he's still there, did he disconnect? Did he get? I think I see him.
Hey, there you are. I was just doing some stuff over here.
So how are you? How are you doing? I want you to come on, and we got to catch up with you. Talk to me about your shirt.
Man, it's been a hot summer. hot girl, boy, summer. Everybody's hot.
Everybody's hot.
And I'm done with this summer, but I'm trying to stay inside. But I just finished this big 25 by 25 foot mural on the pavement, working at 5:30 in the morning. So I'm done with that. So I'm really happy that's done. The project in Austin's taking off, and we got these shirts.
I know.
I like your shirt.
I like your shirt, compa. So you got compas for Kamala, and I got comadres for Kamala, and I am super excited to unveil these today next to you. Here is the stash currently at your house, and it needs to be purchased. And but if people can't come to you, I want for my super comadre Liliana to bring up your website, and I want you to kind of walk us. Oh, there we are. We were sporting them today at Trader Joe's. Yeah, at Trader Joe's.
Yeah,
there
people are coming out to us and saying, "Nice shirt."
Oh, cute. They were trying to read it. Yeah, I love it. So, catch up with us. How can folks that have been like commenting, I want one, I want one, but they don't live near
you can go to my website, and here I'm tired of seeing my hair all blurry. I'm just gonna.
Oh, there we go. I love it. There you go. So let's say I want to buy it. Walk me through it. And and also describe it for those that are.
Okay, le das para el gift shop. El gift shop allá arriba.
But first you go where? Where do they go?
AngelQuesada.com. Cliquele al gift shop. Eso. Okay. Vete para los t-shirts. Así, los t-shirts. Cliquele ahí. Y luego le das. Yeah, it's green, but that's the default thing. Don't worry about it. You can pick whatever color you want. So I like white. White shows up really nice.
Yes, it does.
Click on whichever one of those, and then
you got comadres and you got compas. You got to make sure that they get the right one. Okay.
And it's what do you call it? Binary. So you can be a comadre or compadre.
True.
It's up to you.
It's up to you.
Then you click on customize it. Cliquele ahí, customize it. Click to see options. Abajo. Poquito más abajo. Arriba. No. Ve donde dice t-shirts.
Ándale.
Ahí. A little bit down. Where it says number 2. Eso. Cliquele ahí. And then you can pick your size there. You can pick the brand of shirt. So this is what's it called? Gill brand, but Bella and Canvas is like the more premier one. So click the color white, or you can click different colors. White shows up the best. So let's click black if you want. But
so really, you want folks to focus on the size and the color. Is that what you want them to do?
Yeah.
So after they click on. Yeah, so after you click on go to angelquesada.com, then you're going to click on gift shop, then you're going to click on t-shirts, then you go to customize, but you only focus on color and size. Okay. Now, just a side note, some people want it in black, but I told them, hey, if you get it in black, you won't be able to see comadres. It won't show up comadres for Kamala.
It won't show up as clearly, but that's okay. That's
up to you. That's your choice. Yeah. But just FYI, because once you buy it, you can't return it.
Kind of.
So you gotta like make sure. I love how it looks in blue. You can pick it in blue, white. A ver, comadre, what other colors? There's like a silver,
Silver's
right?
cool.
Is that the silver gray? Uh-huh.
Yeah, and each brand has their own color, so their own color scheme. So that's one way to get the shirts. That's cute.
That is cute. That it's like a salmon.
Maybe I should get some of those just to have them on deck.
Oh, look at that orange one.
Yeah.
Now, okay, so let's say they bought they buy they click, they like, they got the size, and then what's next? Go where?
Well, then you put it add to cart.
Add to cart. Okay.
Yeah, and then it'll create either a profile, or you can click out as a guest, and then you just pay for it, and then it gives you shipping options. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. About how long does it take for them to get the shirt?
Yeah, it usually takes about 4 days, maybe 5 days.
Okay.
So if you order it on Monday, you probably get it by the end of the week.
Okay.
And they deliver on Saturdays too.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
I think
right.
it goes UPS ground or UPS ground, one of those two, UPS or USPS. Anyway, so that's one thing, and that's because my comadre here, she convinced me to do something like this. It was done at the 11th hour, just like Kamala's candidacy.
Exactly.
So we made it happen, and it's a fun thing. We wanted to make it like the papel picado.
Yes.
And a look.
I love how it looks like your Segundo Barrio mural. So, comadre, if you look back on the T-shirts and see all the other offerings he has, do you have a Segundo Barrio shirt up there?
Yeah.
That was that's what inspired me. I'm like, can you do it like this? I think it's the one. Andale, that one.
Yeah, the one on the second from the left.
So the inspiration, when I told you about this, I'm like, I think you should do it like your Segundo Barrio papel picado mural, which
and
is
this one has
actually
cool
a shirt.
options. Yeah, you can get like hoodies in this version and things like that, and obviously different colors. Right now I have these available. They're $30. You don't have to pay for shipping. Over at Via Arcos.
Oh, yes. So if you're in town, if you're here, listening audience here in Houston, Texas, and you need to eat some food, you go over to Via Arcos and you get your T-shirt there, and you get a chance to your breakfast taquito, and they get a chance to see your what you did something there too.
Oh, that's right. I did a piece earlier this year there in the back. It's a mosaic mural, and that came out a toda edad. So it's like 45. Yeah, 45 years of history and tacos there at the Arcos, and all of the artwork there at the Arcos is artwork that I created, and my relationship to that family. So very fun.
It was. So where can people go? Where is this location? So they need to go get their tacos and the T-shirt and get a chance to experience and see.
What is that? 3009 navigation.
Yes. Yeah, it is. 3009 navigation. It's close to downtown. So all you people that work downtown, you can just make your way down.
You want to taste the East End? Go to Via Arcos.
And what time do they open?
I think they open at like 6 or 7 a.m. and they close at 3.
And your shirts are selling, because I don't know how many times you've told me I gotta go take another batch.
This is the third time I've replaced the batch.
Yeah. So no, that's and I love how you have been able to capture the family in that mosaic mural you did in the back, and then for them to still be there, because there's so many changes up and down navigation.
We almost lost that. It's awesome that there's it's just such an important part of the history of the area.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's so much construction going on, but for you to be able to still go and see that and still see that, and then you being commissioned to do the murals to make sure that we know the history and the story. Because I think you have QR codes up there that send people to the history.
I got to go check on that, because the sun has been really eating them up.
It. Speaking of hot.
That plastic has not melted. I mean, last year was hot, and I almost died from the heat.
Yeah,
because
you were doing a mural
ladder
over
breaking.
Yeah, ladder broke.
But this year, I got heat stroke just power washing the surface that I was doing this mural that I just finished last night. And other than that, the Austin mural for the Mexicarte, that's midway through. We got approved for the middle mid design presentation to the city, so that's in play. I just wrapped up a project with the Houston Grand Opera, working with some kids at the Boys and Girls Club, which was really cool. They did some street art, and then I think that's going to be up in October, like the beginning of October. There was a fair there, and they're going to be a part of it with the kids. And then I did another mural over at the Harris County, used to be the Juvenile Detention Center, but now it's called the Opportunity Center, which is awesome because it was a detention center that turned into classrooms. I gotta go this way. Mirrored.
Oh my God, you've been super busy, and you've been.
It's been a busy summer.
Yeah, it's been a hot, busy summer, and I love collaborating with you on this Comadres for Kamala shirt and Compas for Kamala. And I'm excited because people are ordering, they're asking me, and you made these in time also for a gathering. So Ilsa was on last week, Ilsa Garcia, NHPO president, and I, and a group of Latinas, and a group of women. We're going to come together tomorrow on a Zoom to come together and create an event, Comadres for Kamala. But compas también are invited. So, and like Desiree said, Las Meras, it's not just for Latinas, it's for everybody. And so Latinos, Latinas, Latinx, everyone's invited to that event that Saturday, plus the one we're creating for Kamala, Compas and Comadres for Kamala. That's coming up around, or either right after the debate or around the first debate. So I'm super excited to continue collaborating and connecting with you.
And we got Dia de los Muertos on the horizon.
Oh my gosh, yeah, share about that. You have a couple of Dia de los Muertos things.
Yeah, Discovery Green, I'm redoing, or I'm the guest artist again this year. So I've been doing that since 2018. So this is the 6th year of creating a community altar for Discovery Green, which is awesome. And I really enjoy doing that. And then the Dia de los Muertos parade and family festival, which happens at Heritage Park. That's I'm calling Mauricio right after this.
Yes.
So there's a lot of pieces in movement right now. So just coming off of these many works, I'm also wrapping up a project with the Folklife Archive that I've been a part of, working at HAA for 5 years of work, which archives concerts and exhibitions and field interviews with a lot of different cultural communities in Houston. So it's like a way to meet Houston through a different lens. You get to see all the many colors and faces of Houston.
I really enjoyed watching you. Is that the one that you were documenting the singers at Discovery Green? Was that included?
No, that's a different one.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's a different one. Okay.
That project just finished, and that was the Library of Congress project, which I was part of a team called Sonidos. It grew out of a project called Tejas Got Soul, and that documented like Chicano musicians from Houston. So Houston's Chicano music scene. And
I love that one. It reminded me of my Quince Años. And some of those bands that were performing that day, I'm like, oh my God, these are the people that we were fighting to go to those quinceañeras and get an invitation.
That was El Aviso, La Fiebre, and Los Monarcas.
Los Monarcas, yes. So I really loved watching you document that, because it just it took me back in time to our, remembering the days of hanging out with my little friends and going to las quinceañeras and dancing to their music. But thank you so much for coming on and catching up with me and catching up with you, getting those T-shirts, and also a portion of the sales are going towards the Kamala campaign. I love the hat. Make sure to wear it when you're out there painting, because it's been hot.
For sure.
So, and I told
Thanks
you,
for having me on.
And you have your Austin connection, because remember, Desiree mentioned Austin. Grace Spencer mentioned Austin. You mentioned Austin. Austin's a great place. I'm lucky to be living in Houston, though. But I love, going over that bridge and connecting with Austin, because Austin is an amazing place. I remember I had a chance
to representing Texas, baby. Texas.
That's right.
We're both Texas natives,
We are born and raised.
I'm from the border. And Texas is colored by our actions. So
absolutely. And
keep it up, super comadre.
I will. And I you know what? I need a super comadre shirt. You're like, I don't know about that. So I need my own show shirt.
Yeah. Well, that's in the works. Okay. let me take a break between the projects and
I'll let you breathe.
I'll cook you some oatmeal and we'll talk about it.
And we'll talk about it. All right, Angel, we'll stay here. Don't leave yet, because at the end we're going to take a group picture. But thank you for coming on and catching up with us. All right, and we're going to take
We're all
a
here.
family picture. I want to
And
say
we're
thank
still
you so
live.
much.
We're still
And
live,
we're
comadre.
still live.
Woo,
We're
still
wrapping it
live.
up. Woo, woo. Thank you so much to all
Thank
of my
you.
guests for coming out and sharing. I love catching up with you guys, with Elgrave Spencer, Cookie Face Cosmetics, Desiree Clouds, founder of Latina Day Houston, Texas. She's got her event coming up. Go and get your tickets. And also Angel Quesada, the artist who created the Comadres and Compas for Kamala shirts that are going, they're already on sale, and a proceed's going to go towards her campaign. And just keep up with me because we're going to have an event called Comadres for Kamala here in Houston, and it's coming up around or right after the debate. And everyone's invited. Like Desiree said, it doesn't matter who you are, what you look like, all are invited to Latina Day. Same thing with Comadres and Compadres for Kamala. Everyone's invited to come out and show their support. And just so my views do not reflect my guests or the online radio show, RadioCrystalUSA.com. They're all my own. Just wanted to, add that too. All right. So gracias for coming, listening. Please share, connect with all these amazing folks, but don't go yet, yes, because we're going to take a family picture.
Say cheese.
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 All right, comadre.
All right, guys. Mwah. I love you. All my mera.
Thank y'all.
And you're a metal. Is there a metal?
Yes.
Let me be a metal. Bye, guys. Love you. Take care.
Bye.
Mwah. Adios.
Thank y'all. Thank you.
Gracias por haber estado aquí en el show Catching Up with Claudia. ¿Tan? ¿Ya terminamos? Ok, bye.
Radio Cristal USA es patrocinado por Supernova Furniture, la mueblería de los paquetes de las ofertas más famosas. BAMSA Global, servicio de inmigración con más de 40 años de experiencia. Doneraki Fuego y Mar, con su auténtica comida mexicana que bien se come en Doneraki. Fred Haas Toyota World, es el concesionario número 1 de Texas y siempre tiene el auto que estás buscando. América Cinemas, te ofrece las mejores películas dobladas y subtituladas al español. Ostionería Michoacán, donde comes a gusto y delicioso, y siempre hay una cerca de ti. Gracias por patrocinarnos.